Here we are, early morning at the Hippy Chick Universe on August 30th. The girls are just getting their day started. Freckles loves to stand on top of the waterers. Look out. There's a dark Cornish girl. Sappy heard my voice, so she came out. There's Miss Sappy and Elfie. And the girls are just doing their mornings. Feeding, scratching, all that. I put a whole load of grass clippings into their run. It's looking good. And this morning I did some raking. The live oak are dropping their leaves because we haven't had a lot of rain. So I just raked and trimmed, trying to get these ready for cooler weather. I am hopeful that we will have cooler weather. So hopeful. Okay. So over here I want to show you what I've been working on this weekend. Here is the orchard. You can see here. And so I've been loading a lot of that compost into the orchard and creating little basins for each of the fruit trees so that when it does rain, the nutrients from the compost goes into the ground, but the basin allows water to go directly to the bottom of the fruit tree. And also what I did is I moved my blackberry vines into the orchard. It's a better place for them. And then out here, I want to show you something really special. This tree right here is an American hazelnut tree planted in honor of my first baby niece, born to my brother and his wife, Chris and Kara, Miss Hazel Habeck. This is your tree, darling. Planted it for you. I'm excited. And I planted it where one of the beehives used to be. I've since moved one of the beehives out front and left this beehive in the back. I was having trouble with one beehive, one set of bees trying to rob food from the other set of bees. So I thought it might be best just to get them a little bit further away from each other. Apparently over 150 feet is suggested if you have that kind of issue. But in addition, it would be great, I thought, to have a beehive out front so as to best benefit from the pollinators. So this is, let's see here, what do we got here? This is my Mayor Lemon tree, and it's loaded, loaded, loaded down on the bottom there. You can see lots and lots of lemons. This is a key lime tree here. And you can see that there's quite a number of key limes also on this tree. It's wonderful. This is a Thai lime tree. You can always tell a Thai lime tree because it has this, let me give you a little shadow for contrast here. It has these double leaves, so 1, 2, that's all one leaf. And it's great for Thai cooking. It's really aromatic. I sometimes just keep a couple in my pocket because I love the way that they smell. And in and amongst these trees I have melons growing here. You can see a wee little cantaloupe. There's another wee guy just getting started. And they're flowering and the bees are flying all around them. This is a blood orange tree. Just getting started this year actually. And here's my little baby red Rio grapefruit tree. And right next to it, let me go down below so you can see what I'm talking about. I have a volunteer avocado tree. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. So all of these volunteers come from the composting process. And this beautiful flower just came out this morning. There she is. Just lovely. Okay. So as I go around here, you can see I've been dumping compost all over. Here's a fig tree. She's looking lovely, filling out beautifully. And then this is the beginnings of the keyhole garden and the new home for one of the beehives. So I moved the beehive yesterday, sheer brute force. I carried it from one place to the other. And you can see that I have removed one of the supers. So you can see the framed super and then all the frames that go inside of it. Some of these frames are black plastic, some of these frames are wax foundation, so beeswax foundation. And so the bees are doing really great. Yesterday they were swarming a little bit. I took one of the frames and I sort of knocked it like you would when you load in a new group of bees, because I wanted for at least one group to start recognizing the new coordinates. And once that group started going out, the rest of the group came out and really checked out the space. So here you can see these are sweet potatoes here, sweet potato vines really taking off now. The weather's helpful. I have parsley, garlic, and poppy seeds. Hopefully we'll get some poppies, if not in the fall, in the spring. Then I've planted things, a whole lot of herbs, with the thought of the bees. So borage, calendula, dill, more parsley. I planted a lot of alfalfa around this sort of arc here. Then I've got more herbs, and then here's where I have greens. So and then you can see here I've got 2 water basins, so the bees have immediate access to water, and then this live oak tree is a favorite to many birds and many squirrels, so they're in good company. And you might think that this isn't a great planting space because it's partially in the shade. Well, once the live oak drops its leaf, it's a great place in the wintertime. Something else I want to show you is one of my new water collection tanks. This is the 305-gallon tank. It is not hooked up yet. It will be soon. And I'm not sure if it's going to go on this corner or if it's going to go just beyond the air conditioner. I'm leaning towards this corner only because it has easy access to a multitude of gardens in this area. So also what I'm doing here, and what I will be doing in the back that I've started on this one little crabapple tree, is I'm going to be planting herbs beneath all of the fruit trees to attract beneficial insects. This is one of the gardens that I put in this year, and there's elderberry and okra doing really well. If we come around, you can see that the beans are really vining and they're starting to flower again. The rose is starting to make its way over the arc. It'll be beautiful. It's going to start flowering soon. I see little buds. These are sunflowers, just getting started for the fall. And again, I'm thinking of bees and birds, and so I plant for all of us because it all benefits, everything goes together. Alright, this is another planting area. I've got lots of mammoth dill and wildflowers in here. Again, birds and bees. Here we go. This is a planted area with chard, sage, rosemary, an apricot tree, a pineapple plum tree. In here, in this area here, I just put in some Yukon Gold potatoes and purple potatoes. The basils are doing just fine. Here's my second set of sweet potatoes. They are doing great. The garden is starting to look a little bit better. We've had 2 days where the mornings have been in the 70s, and I'm telling you, it is restorative. So I am going to cut out here for the time being. I will come back with more extensive coverage. Thank you. See you later from the Hippy Chick.